Hi there, LJUMC family. I have good news, and also some not so good news. The first bit of good news is I'm happy to report that I'm back in Southern California. We all landed on Sunday afternoon. I was back here in the office on Monday and have been working hard at all the things there are to work on when it comes to coming back from vacation and time away. Happy New Year to you. I hope your Christmas celebrations were great. Thank you for being so flexible on Sunday morning, which leads me to my second bit of good news. I checked in with Pastor Derek today. He's feeling better. He's not 100%. He is feeling better. Let's continue to pray for Pastor Derek and pray for all of those who have been infected with COVID or pneumonia or any various illnesses and things that we seem to be hearing so much about these days. Pray for Derek and pray for all those who wrestle with illness. The third bit of news, I want you to know that congregations in the South District have been praying for us, for La Jolla United Methodist Church. We even got a couple of very nice cards here in the office. Churches, people in churches, prayer groups who have been continuing to pray for us in a similar way that we have been praying for other churches around the South District. I believe that prayer draws us to God, turns us to God in ways that are healing and helpful and good for us all. Now the not so good news, my friends. We know that there are lots of increasing numbers related to infections and hospitalizations as a result of the Omicron variant of the COVID virus. I had a conversation by email with our Create team. And with all the responses that came as a result of that conversation, we are unanimous in those responses in that we need to no longer do in-person worship. We are going to resume worship online only. So let's be clear, we're not canceling worship, we're having worship online only for the time being. In fact, through the end of January, and at that point we'll reassess and look at some of those same numbers that are causing us concern right now so that we can faithfully decide how to move forward at that point. This is difficult news, certainly for me, and I presume that it might be difficult news for you as we return to an online-only format. My desire, my preference is for us to be able to join together in worship, and yet we also know that we are called to care for one another. We are called to love our neighbors. And I don't think that this virus is big enough to keep us from worshiping even as we care for our neighbors by worshiping online only. Things will be a bit different, and yet some things will return, will be familiar to us. For those who are leaders in worship, we'll gather together in the sanctuary and we'll focus our attention on cameras. For those who worship from home, you'll be able to go to the same place, lajollaunitedmethodist.org/online to worship. Following the worship service, we'll bring back our virtual patio, so we'll have a little bit of casual time that we might be in conversation with one another. And I hope that you'll take advantage of all of these things, even if online is weary for you, even if Zoom is weary for you. I think that we must continue to connect with one another. My friends, as we celebrate this good news and this not so good news, I hope that we are reminded that God continues to move amongst us and within us. And indeed, that God moves through us and with our help. That God's light can be seen in this darkness because of our hope. My friends, thank you for your care, for your concern for one another. I have deep hope, and I pray fervently that God brings healing to this world so that we might step boldly into the next thing that God calls us to do. Grace and peace to you, my friends.